went down.
Hey guys, Sean Carter here, back with another video. So I wanted to speak today about things you didn't know about your guru. So yeah, here we go. So like I said in the introduction of the video, I'll be speaking about things you need to know about your guru. Personally, I've been working with a lot of gurus. I've personally befriended a few of them. So I kind of have an idea of the lifestyles that certain gurus live. Pickup artists, dating coaches, and if you're one of those people that are looking for a dating coach or a guru to help you and to help you improve your game, I mean, there's certain things you need to look out. And I'm just suggesting a few ideas, and I just want to go in depth, the kind of lifestyles that certain gurus live. And, it's not the end and the all, and it's not the bee's knees to be a coach or a guru. And actually, here's why. So from what I've experienced and from what a lot of other guys have experienced is the more you're going to pay, the worse you're going to be. Okay, I'm going to repeat that. The more you're going to pay, the worse you're going to be. You have guys that are paying dating coaches and pickup gurus $300 an hour, sometimes even more. I know a guy who charges about $1,000 an hour, which for me is ridiculous, because I mean, $1,000 an hour, I could never do that. So I always say that instead of paying someone to teach you game, you can actually learn it for free. And how? I suggest you find like a group or someone you can learn from for free. Like, go on the Reddit, go on forums. There should be websites, Go out there in the seduction community and actually post, where are you based? Don't be that guy who actually puts his address on, but, just like the city you're in, and, you're looking for a wingman. It's cheaper than paying a guy $300 to follow you around with a camera for an hour and tell you what you did wrong, instead of actually presenting a solution, because that's what most pickup gurus do. You need to understand that this is a business, okay? And so if it's 80% of the time, most of these gurus are scamming you, they're conning you, and they themselves, don't know what they're talking about. And they will tell you, you're doing this wrong, you're doing that wrong, and you don't give enough eye contact, your body language sucks, your shoes, what are those? Coaches, most seduction coaches, they never actually give a solution. They kind of just like present the problem, and they don't go in depth into the solution. And a lot of the times, especially me, and how I learned game was through communities. I used to post on forums and stuff, and I used to go out with certain wingmen, and I used to learn from them. I had a guy, we went to the clubs and stuff. I went to a lot of clubs, to be honest, and I used to see this guy who was constantly picking up the chicks that I was picking up, and I used to get really angry at this guy, because I was like, dude, you're fucking killing my mojo here, dude. And, instead of getting angry, I actually learned from him. He mentored me, and it was free, and it was better than paying some dude $300. And I've also made a long-time friend. So, I mean, if you guys are out there, you really can't afford it. Even if you can afford to pay a dating coach, I don't think that is the best option or solution. The second part is your guru is probably doing worse than you. I'm going to repeat that. Your guru is probably doing worse than you. Most pickup gurus are guys that haven't been in the game for a long time. Okay, these are recent newbies, trying to break headway into the seduction community. And, they've been in the game for like 6 or 7 months, hell, even a month. And, they think that they qualify to be seduction coaches. You must understand that this is a money-making platform that they use to scam guys into thinking that they are the best. You get seduction coaches out there, they've hooked up with 1-8 or 1-9 or that odd 7, and they think that they have all the knowledge in the world when it comes to women. For me, that's kind of like scoring one goal in a match, and suddenly that qualifies you to be a coach and actually advise people. So, I mean, for me, this is like I said, your guru is probably doing worse than you. When it comes to knowledge, most gurus don't know what they're talking about. I personally know gurus that charge guys like $300 to $400 an hour, and I would listen to them, and I would sit down and analyze exactly what they're saying, and yeah, they don't know what they're talking about. I remember one coach, he's a very close friend of mine. He suggested negging as a tactic to build attraction with girls, and that's something that I highly disagree with, because number one, negging is completely outdated, and even back then it might have worked in 2005, 2006, even 7, but I don't think it would work now, especially with social media and Tinder and all of these other apps. So yeah, gurus going through dry spells. And again, I just want to repeat it and reiterate, gurus going through dry spells. Most guys think that gurus and pickup coaches are fucking sex gods, that every night that they are scoring 10s and 9s on a daily basis, and that's honestly not the truth. Gurus and dating coaches go through dry spells. It's a funny thing. I met a few seduction coaches who are teaching guys how to get laid, but they themselves haven't been laid in like months. Even someone like Tyler Durden goes through dry spells, okay? And they can last for like a day, weeks, months, or even years. And like I said, it's something that needs to be said. If some guy is teaching you how to get laid and, increase your chances of getting laid, then why would you take advice from a guy who can't get laid on a regular basis? That's kind of pointless. Why are you paying this guy? You're just wasting your money. So that's the third point that I want to reiterate. All right, and the last part of the video is gurus are always going to settle for less. And what do I mean by this? Majority of the gurus that I have come across and that I've been sergeing with and been learning from, and that are some of my best friends, they sometimes settle for less. And this goes back to the previous point that I mentioned with regards to dry spells. Coaches are sometimes going to take whatever they can get. Okay? I've been doing the seduction thing for a while, like 7 years, and I've been with a few seduction coaches to know that they will settle for about anything with 2 legs and a vagina. Just to break the dry spell, okay? It's a fact coaches aren't always going to get 10s. They're not always going to get 9s. They're not going to always get 7s or 6s every single night. Okay, you get guys, there are coaches out there that are, yes, they are getting sometimes laid on a regular basis, but what is the quality of the women? Okay, so like I said, you get 2 kinds of pickup gurus, right? You get pickup gurus that are in a dry spell, right? Guys who haven't been laid in months or weeks, and you have to ask yourself, are these the kind of guys you want to learn from? Because, I mean, the whole point of seduction is to learn how to pick up quality women, okay? If you want to just pick up, you know, women below 4 or 5, you know, and get laid like maybe once or twice a week, or even once or twice a month, then sure, take these guys' advice. Actually pay them $300. But I don't think that's $300 worth of advice, okay? There are coaches out there that are legit, that are doing really well in the game. Guys like Todd Valentine, I've had a few coaching sessions with him. He's really good. He knows what he's talking about. He picks up quality women. A lot of guys say that, you know, guys in RSD are scamsters, you know, they conmen. And you know what? I can honestly say I've been to a lot of seminars. RSD, heck, I still went to a seminar with Rouge V, but I will talk about that in another video later. But there are quality coaches out there that ask reasonable prices. Back in the day, around about 2015, Todd Valentine, you know, he charged around about $200, $300 an hour. And he actually got me a couple of results. So, in my opinion, you know, take heed in mind, right? I'm not saying all coaches and gurus are like this, but the majority of them are going to be like this. You know, they are not, you know, they're probably worse than you. All right? They're probably in a worse situation than you. You know, the more you're going to pay them, the worse you're going to get. Coaches go through dry spells, and basically, coaches are basically going to settle for anything just to increase their lay count. You know, it's not really about the quality of women, but they want to have this high notch count to say, hey, listen, dude, I just got laid. And they would blow that story completely out of proportion, and they would sometimes even lie about the quality of that woman. You know, that's something that you guys do have to keep in mind if you are looking for a seduction coach, if you're looking for guys that are going to help you out. Like I said, listen to my video again if you want to learn more about gurus and coaches. I will be posting another video with regards to coaches. Please stay tuned. Please subscribe to my channel. Leave a comment. Leave a like. Or dislike. Either way. Yeah.